Yeah.
So I will kick it off with my introduction. My name is Nicole D. Miller, author of Stories for the Urban Soul, a compilation of stories, novellas, and poetry depicting Black characters, intertwining spirituality and faith. To learn more, you can visit my website, NicoleDMiller.com. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm so excited to introduce our panelist, Esperanza Gallon, who also goes by Hope. So sometimes I'll slip up and call her that, so excuse me for that. But she's an amazing woman of faith, a dear sister, someone I've been on this journey doing life with for decades now. Oh Lord, I'm dating us, Hope.
I know.
And we met in college, but have really grown in our sisterhood over the years. She's a fellow entrepreneur, doing all the things. So I will give the floor to you, Hope, to just introduce yourself. Tell us your company name, how long you've been in business, and what motivates you as an entrepreneur.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to be here. I feel like a cool kid to be part of one of your lives, and I'm very excited about being on the panel this weekend. As you said, my name's Esperanza. My friends and family call me Hope, and
Yay.
business name is called Hope is Here Counseling and Consulting. I'm located in Cincinnati, Ohio, but I do people. I can see people virtually anywhere in the state. So you don't have to be in Cincinnati to work with me, although I have a waiting list. Whew, God is so good. But I will be hiring another counselor later this year. I'm super excited about that. A little bit about my business. I have had my own counseling private practice for a little over 4.5 years. I cannot believe it. I still remember all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into opening my practice, and
Mhm.
still here standing. Um, I see children, I see adults, I see families with any type of mental health issues, as well as dealing with racial trauma, which is one of the things that I've been speaking at different places around the state recently. So definitely holler at your girl if you need a speaker. I am ready to go on that front. In terms of what helps me stay motivated as an entrepreneur is I primarily work with like three groups of people. I work with other helping professions, so people in the medical field or other counselors. I work with educators, and I work with other creative people. And many of them are also entrepreneurs or considering it. So I stay motivated because I have firsthand experience of what it takes to own a business. And it was not anything that I ever intended on doing, but it was just a God thing that I thought I was just going to be a counselor and working for someone else, and God had a plan. And so I want to be able to have good resources and information, not only to help myself, but to help those that I work with. And so that keeps me motivated. And I have to practice what I preach most of the time. I try.
Wow, well, that's so awesome, Hope. And I've already shared this with you, but I totally look up to you in that arena, just stepping out on faith and pursuing what you knew God called you to do, and to see the expansion and the increase. That's definitely a testimony. To hear that you're hiring other counselors is like amazing. So kudos to you for sure. You mentioned what motivates you. You get to help other entrepreneurs. You get to help other people, like of our community, and dealing with racial trauma. These are things that are important to you. So, kind of tying that in, what would you say gives your life meaning, purpose? What do you find gives you passion?
Yeah. I would say first, what keeps me alive, I would definitely say my loved ones. I have a phenomenal support system, you included. So
Yay.
um, just always being able to bounce ideas off of, being held accountable, being told about myself, even when I don't want to hear it. But I know that I'm being encouraged and corrected and strengthened with love to make me better, and being called out when I'm not taking care of myself, those kind of things. So that is what I would say sustains my life. In terms of like passion, there's nothing like being at the beginning or middle point of someone's journey when they're really struggling with something traumatic, or they're dealing with grief, or just some difficult stress in their life, and seeing like it actually getting better, seeing them make doing the hard work that it takes to grow and change, to have boundaries, to say no, just all the hard things that life requires of us, and to see like progress and change actually happen. I have this joke with some of my counselor friends, like, oh my gosh, it works. Like, even though I've been a counselor for actually 9 years now, it's still
Wow.
such an amazing process. Like, wow, like someone can set their mind to like, this is not working for me. I want healing in this area of my life, and then like make it happen and then have a better life. It just, what, this works. It still blows my mind. So that keeps me going, even though I know that, some people are dealing with hard stuff, and sometimes progress takes longer for some than others, but to know that change is possible.
That's beautiful. I love that you get to see your work in effect and that it's helping someone else's life, that you're a key part of their journey and you get to witness the transformation. I feel like when you were sharing that whole experience of what this works, I feel like that when I sell books, and I feel like that when people join my email list. And there was someone that commented on my Facebook business page that he was a fan, and I don't even know this guy. I don't know how he got my book, but every time I have those moments of people supporting me or I see growth in my business, I'm like, I can't believe this is working, you know? And I think every entrepreneur can relate to that no matter what industry. You're just kind of like, oh my God, I put out this product or I offer this service, which comes natural. You know, it's your gifting, it's something you're called to. But you're seeing sustainability, you're seeing rewards, you're seeing monetary value. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that. What is one fun fact that you want to share with our audience about yourself?
Uh, well, for you, I'll give you a fresh fact because I feel like I kind of give the same standard things to a lot of things like this I talk about. But I love traveling, and currently I've been to 26 of the 50 states.
Wow.
So still working on some other ones, including Alaska. That's still on the list. I got to time that right because I don't do cold. So that, I got to time that right. And I've been to three different countries outside of the U.S. So I've got more traveling to do, but that's a little bit.
Wow, I'm impressed. I want to give a quick shout out to Seth, our friend at Miami. He's on here supporting his Miami alum. Thank you, Seth, for popping in. This is the last question. What are you looking forward to in our discussion for Girl Talk?
Well, I am super excited. I had a chance to kind of peek in on some of your other lives that you did earlier this week. And so I'm really excited for the panel to just learn a lot. I fortunately got to do one of your other panels on feminism, which was really, really a very, very cool conversation. So I'm excited to be able to learn from the other panelists. Excited to kind of have a little heart check with myself, because I feel like whenever you have, especially, I know you're always prepared, so you've given us some reflection questions, and so it's good to just like have a moment to think like, how am I doing in these areas? What are my areas of growth and things that I need to still work on? So yeah, I'm excited to maybe have perspective that I hadn't considered before.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And I will say I'm looking forward to this discussion. I think when you know the correct words or answers, it's easy to do that. But when you have real life experience and you're in it, then it's a totally different situation. I
Yeah.
remember a friend of mine for years, she hadn't dated. And then when she did date, it was a different situation. And the way she put it was, it's like knowing the plays after reading the playbook, but then you get in the game and you're like, what play? What was the rules? What are we supposed to be doing? And so it'll be cool to see everyone's experience with that. Those of us who are married, those of us who are dating, those of us who waited, those of us who are single. Like, I love that we have a variety of people, even different age groups. So it'll be a good conversation.
Yeah.
But thank you for your participation. I'm going to let you go now. Where can people find you, your website? I think you're doing some new things on social media. You have a new business profile. How can they support you, reach you, follow you?
Yes, awesome. So, business first. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Hope is Here Counseling. You can follow me on Instagram and my Twitter. Probably Instagram, like I post on my business Twitter, but just a couple of things. But you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram on my business platform at Hope is Here LLC. I am running currently a summer love challenge because this is the first week of summer. We made it. Although I'm sure you're feeling it up there in Cleveland, but down here in Cincinnati, I feel like it has been summer for the last like 2 months already. I almost melted yesterday. But I'm doing a summer love challenge. We're talking about improving love life, being able to improve your love and finances, love in your health, and definitely loving your boo. So if you go on to my Facebook page, again, it's facebook.com/Hope is Here Counseling. You'll get all the information to register for free. Even if you've missed the previous days, you will be able to get the replays. I'm doing it on Facebook Live, 12:30 to 1 Eastern Standard Time today, tomorrow, and Friday. Today we'll be talking about self-love. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Hope. For those of you who don't know, you guys can catch Hope on our discussion this Sunday called Girl Talk, Losing Us in Relationships. We'll dive in more about, as a woman, keeping our identity, purpose, and focus in these relationships, the struggle with that, the nuances with that. So tune in Sunday at 6 p.m., 6 to 7 Eastern Time. And the link is on my Instagram link tree, but you can also go on Eventbrite, type in Girl Talk, Losing Us in Relationships. To learn more, you can go to my website, NicoleDMiller.com, or my Facebook, facebook.com/HCOHB. All right, thanks, Hope. Thank you so much, you guys.